Y'all, I just picked these out of the garden, but I'm so excited. So we are gonna I'm gonna make, I've only got these two little broccoli heads. The garden is covered up for the cold weather that's coming, but I'm gonna make let's see what the name of it is. It's a chicken casserole, and I make it with Ritz Crackers, and it's very good. And it's a chicken broccoli casserole. I guess that, oh, chicken broccoli rice casserole. That's what I wrote down. So it is so good. I'm gonna show you how I do these. I wasn't gonna bore y'all with cutting this up, but I did want to tell you something that I do with my vegetables. So anything I don't use, like this stalk right here, this will go in a Ziploc bag for when I make broth. When I use, I can make bone broth or chicken broth or even just vegetable broth. But I will freeze these little pieces along with onion peels, anything else that I have, and oh, it just makes everything so good. Now I'm cutting these into little florets because I'm making this chicken casserole. Before Sweet Hunter went to bed, I told him to turn on this little bitty crock pot. This thing, when I'm not cooking a lot of food, is a lifesaver for us. And I put a couple of little breasts in there, chicken breast, and he cut it on low and it cooked all night. So I'm gonna chop this up for our casserole. And this calls for 2 sleeves of Ritz Crackers, which I love that as a topping. And it calls for a stick, a half a cup of melted butter. I know y'all all know how to do this, but I'm just telling you that I go ahead first and I put my Ritz Crackers in a Ziploc bag. And it's 2 sleeves of them. And then I'm just gonna crush them with my hands. Get the air out and just crush them. And I didn't have any rice cooked up, so I just whipped up some minute rice. And I'm gonna put 3 cups of minute rice in this bowl. You can use any kind of rice you want. I just about had probably the perfect amount. Thought I'd have some left over. So y'all know me, I don't go exactly by a recipe. I'm just using what I had already. And so I've got my cooked chicken. This is 2 breast, little white chicken breast. I bought them from Sam's, I believe, and they're in individual 2-pack packages. I love them. They're free-range chickens, and I like that for sure. So all I'm gonna do basically is add everything I've got in here. Now the original recipe will be in the description box if you want to go right by the directions. You can cook your broccoli ahead of time, steam it, or whatever you want to do, or put it in raw, or you can use frozen. And that's easy too, just drain it real good. Now, I'm gonna add my cream of chicken soup. This is a delicious, easy casserole. You can freeze it, what you have left over, because we will not eat. We'll probably have 2 more meals out of this, and I'll just take what's left over and put it in the little containers, little freezer containers that I have, and freeze it. The last week we have only ate like freezer meals. So now what I'm doing is I'm putting in a cup of sour cream, and like I say, you can use Greek yogurt if you want to. About a cup of shredded cheese. You can shred your own, but in this case I've got a lot more cooking I want to do, so I'm just using, I have that for convenience. I always keep a bag in the freezer. And I'm just gonna stir all this up. This is so good, y'all. I'm gonna take a big whopping spoonful of mayonnaise. It doesn't matter what kind of mayonnaise it is. I wouldn't use the, God, what's it called? It's like a salad dressing. I don't think I would use that, but I'm not a fan of that anyway. I can't remember what it's called. I'm gonna stir this up. Now my rice is warm, so it's stirring up really easy. Y'all know I'm so excited about my broccoli. I'm adding in salt now. Might be just a smidgen too much. I got some coarse salt here. Add all that. I've got onion powder. And like I say, the recipe is in the description box. So this is garlic powder. You can add whatever seasonings you want. That's just what I add. And then stir all this together. That's how easy this is. Oh my goodness. And our supper will be done. So I've put this in a 9 by 13 pan, if I didn't say. Here's where your crushed Ritz crackers come in. That's 2 sleeves. Again, you can look in the description box and get the exact measurements. And then I'm going to take this 1 stick of melted butter and I'm just going to pour it over the Ritz crackers. Now, if you want to make this ahead and just cover it up and put it in the refrigerator, you can. I'm going to go ahead and cook mine where it'll be hot when Sweet Hunter gets in. Alright, it's ready to go in the oven. I've got it preheated at 350 and we're going to leave it in there for 35 to 40 minutes. We want it to be bubbling up and we don't want it to get too brown. So if it gets too brown, maybe check it about 25 minutes. If it gets too brown, just put foil over it for the rest of the time. So the casserole has just a few more minutes and I thought, well, I'll share with you. I know everybody knows how to make a salad, but I make just a basic salad with what I have. So fresh vegetables, I don't add the olives or peppers or anything in there right now. And I always keep a paper towel over it, and this usually lasts a week for us. And I'm gonna make it and add the things to it for our supper and just kind of let you come along while we're waiting on that casserole. I'm going to use my Christmas dishes. I only got 4 of these. Got them in an estate sale. They're Pioneer Woman. I want some more so bad. I think they're so pretty. But I'm going to put the salad on one side, and all I'm doing is just getting a little bit of the base salad, adding it on here, making sure I get some carrots and tomatoes. And then if you saw the video on the baked bacon, that I always have cooked bacon, or I try to. I always keep cooked bacon in my refrigerator or freezer, either one. And so I'm going to add some bacon. I just keep a basic salad with fresh vegetables in the refrigerator. I try to make one every week. It don't happen every week. If we have a busy week, I don't. But I'm just gonna chop up some bacon on here. And then I always try to keep some sliced cheese, and I'll just put that on the side. But isn't that beautiful? It smells so good. I just think it's beautiful. So, yes, or I should say no, I'm not waiting on Sweet Hunter. So good. We're gonna do a taste test. I forgot. I don't normally like to do these, but on something this good, it looks so good. And my broccoli's in here, so I want to get a bite with that broccoli. Look good. And it is hot. This is delicious. Y'all try this. Very good. Make sure and add that big spoonful of mayonnaise in it. I think it makes a difference myself. This is so good. My broccoli is delicious. Y'all go cook something. I'm going to eat.